Hi guys, welcome back to a bit of R&R. I'm Ruby Rose.
And I'm Rhys Reviews, and this is the podcast where we take some time out to focus on ourselves and talk about what makes us happy.
Today's ep, we're talking about this guy, the 3-time BAFTA award winner, TV personality, aspiring model, and professional judgy bitch.
Missed out a few, but it's fine.
I did.
We'll
I missed out all of them because I can't remember your absolute
Do you
monologue.
remember we made the minute-long video, the Star Wars theme
Oh
for me?
yeah, that was good. That
was a good one.
But no, it's your birthday episode special.
It is, yes.
20... How old are you? 26?
26, yes.
Oh yeah, it's all about you today.
It
we're
is,
gonna do
as it should be.
Fun things. We're going to roast you.
Okay.
We're going to talk about our favourite memories.
Alright, okay.
And yeah, I'm going to say why I hate you and, you know.
It's going to be a long video then.
Yeah. But firstly, I've got a few things to give. Something special.
Okay.
Can I
return it? Have you got a receipt?
It might just be things you bought for mine.
Yeah, just giving them back.
Using them. I did say in the episode I'm going to use them for your birthday. Okay, so we did like...
It's a pack of blue mushrooms.
We did like favourite snacks and stuff like that.
We did.
You did say your favourite crisps, but I couldn't find them anyway.
Oh no.
So I don't actually know. I've got crisps.
Okay.
And they're like one of my favourites because I'm selfish and I always have to...
Yeah, we can eat them later.
For me. For a bit of party bowl. And I don't know if you're going to like them.
Okay.
It's from M&S.
Okay.
Wow. So they're already special.
They're very fancy crisps.
I got you.
Oh!
But they're the nicest ones ever. They're really cheesy.
That was beautiful. Oh, thank you so much. I do.
Okay,
to be fair, there's no crisps I don't like.
Okay, that's fine.
Particularly, I like them all.
Good.
Yeah, great. Oh, I love them. Classic party food.
It is.
Makes me think of parties.
I was thinking of today. You know,
yeah.
Because when we film this today, guys, it's actually my birthday night.
It is. Yeah. On the day of filming is your birthday night out, but we're filming for my birthday special,
which made sense to me. So. Okay, so. You can kind of say, I couldn't find your favourite sweets either. No one's had them, I know. Because I love them myself.
Yeah.
And they go with our theme.
Yes.
So I just kind of did the same thing and just bought you the same
squashies.
And again, I couldn't find our brand colours.
That's all right. No, I do love squashies.
So
they are nice.
And I know you like them.
I do really like squashies. They're my favourite. Again, they're like a party sweets, I find.
Yes.
You'd have them in a bowl for like a kid's birthday.
Next up,
okay,
sweets again.
Okay, do you love sweets? You think it's sweets again?
I just saw them and I was like, I buy them. Yeah, they're our brand colours.
Okay. Oh! Wow.
That's so much. I don't even know what they are.
They look like fish foods.
Yeah, I think they might be. They're on clearance.
Love that.
I thought they're nearly our brand colour. I know this perfect, but the closest thing is I knew like the bottles that you wanted are like our brand colours, so it was like fun. But I was like, you know what? I just saw those. I thought,
they look really nice. The ingredients are not in English, so that's lovely.
Yeah, don't die.
I'll try not to.
If you do, then
if I have some, you're gonna have to have some as well.
I'll try and fit it.
A nice bottle though.
I know.
You could put like jelly in it.
I was thinking vodka for the club, but you know, each to their own kind of thing.
Jelly and vodka. Okay, two very different sides of the coin.
And then I got you your favourite chocolate bar. Which is all broken up, but
do you know what? I think dairy milk is just one of those that is just it's just
so
classic.
Nice.
Like you can't.
I prefer that than Galaxy.
Yeah, me too.
I'm
actually,
not a fan of Galaxy.
Me too. I think they just got it down. Have you ever been to Cadbury's World?
No.
It's very good. Yes, it's very good.
I really want to go.
It's like
you can get like cups of chocolate, and that just sounds like a bit of me. But...
Yeah, it's we went as a family before.
Not far
it's really cool.
Is it?
It's it's Birmingham, I think. So it's a bit of a trek, but not too far. It is really good fun, and you get to learn about the
chocolate.
Yeah, how it's made,
it's like
the
basically
company.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Factory of chocolate,
Did you know why it's glass and a half?
No.
Supposedly, this might be wrong, but I'm sure I remember.
Is that how much milk they put in there?
Yes.
Yeah.
But there's a story. So the two people who were making it were like making this chocolate, and they just didn't like it.
Right.
And so I feel like I'm making up a part to the story, but basically they had 2 glasses of milk and they were drinking it. One person was drinking it, and then they were like, "Oh, we could add the milk to the chocolate to get it more smooth." But he had already drunk half of his glass of milk, so they just poured the rest in, and supposedly that's why it's a glass and a half. Is that what they
told you at Cadbury's World?
I believe I heard it there.
That's got to be real.
Yeah, or it was on QI that I was also on. You know, don't forget.
QI, yeah, you know.
But yes,
another show to win a BAFTA, hopefully. No,
I don't think they qualify.
Oh,
they don't qualify for a BAFTA.
Never say never.
Well, no, I don't know why.
But they're the little things that I bought you.
Okay, very nice. Ooh, can't wait to eat these.
Right there, I'm just gonna.
My little bottles.
How cute are they though?
They're very cute.
I will try them. I think they're sour though.
Yeah, sour
pellets.
Pellets, yeah. Tutti
It does
frutti
look like
flavour.
it does look like. Oh, tutti frutti! I love that flavour. It does look like fish food.
It does.
Yeah,
It does, but it's yeah.
It's the thought that counts.
It is.
Guys.
No, it's really cool. It's really interesting.
Yeah.
I like trying new things. That's fun.
There you go.
Thank you so much.
No problem. You'll be drunk and high on sugar later.
I don't drink.
No. Oh, by the way, guys,
oh,
yes. New cups that Rhys bought the podcast. Honestly, it's his birthday special, but this is my birthday present. There we go. Because he's like, I haven't got you anything. I'm like,
yeah, Stanley cup.
Yeah, dupes, but I love it.
They're very nice. I really like them. I wasn't a big fan of Stanley cups. I told you this story off camera.
I'm not a fan of the price.
No,
because I just think it's a rip-off.
No, but then my sister has. I think she has like a dupe one as well.
Does she? I think they're great.
And I was just like,
cold and like it's exactly like a Stanley.
And
obviously, we've taken the lids off.
And then when I tried it because I wanted some water or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, this. I don't know what it is. It just transformed my life. So then I thought we buy them in our brand colours and put our name on.
Thoughtful, you are. We're on his episode special, his birthday special, and he's buying the pod gifts. Wow.
I don't know. I think we're ready. I think next is our studio. We've got wireless remote, glasses, and then studios.
Yes, 100%. Right. So the next thing is, I asked a fellow friend on Instagram to describe you in one word.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
And actually, I'm most excited about giving you the words.
Okay. So you've got them, and you've done that.
Okay. So yeah. Do close your eyes and then look at me. Or close your eyes.
Close your eyes and look at me.
Close your eyes, but look at me and also close your eyes.
Look in your general direction.
And then I'm going to show you. You have to.
You can't show me. I've got my eyes closed.
Right, ready? 3.
Close your eyes. Look at me, and I'll show you. What?
3, 2, 1. Open.
Open. Wow.
Do you know what it is?
It's a BAFTA.
It's a BAFTA.
We'll have to show the camera. Oh, it's really cute.
I was like, I have to do that. I want to get you a massive canvas one.
I really like that.
But they're the words.
Oh.
How nice.
That's really cool.
The print was free because, you know.
Yeah. But
I'm cheap.
You made it. Oh.
But I was like, I have to make it into a BAFTA shape. I literally just... Because on that website you sent me, I was like, can you make new shapes?
Yeah. And you can
just put any shape it in. So I put BAFTA award. And I was like...
Oh.
I know. I think you could put it up in your room as well. Yeah, it is quite small compared to the one you bought
it's
me,
nice.
But I like
framed and it's in the shape. Yeah.
Todrick.
Just looking through our friend Todrick Hall, friend of the pod. Not yet.
We hope one day.
The Judgy, Bar Ned's interview, professional icon.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Dance, review, BAFTA icon, spa.
Do you know why I put that?
No.
Because you always want to go to spa before a night out.
This is okay.
So I was thinking of nights out and I was like, spa.
Spa.
There is one on there from someone. I don't know if you can see it.
Impossible.
That's from Shaq. I think that's from Shaq.
What, impossible?
Yeah.
Okay. I like this one. That's for model icon. Yes.
No, because you were judgy.
Yes. Yeah. Podcast. Musicals. Oh, this is really nice. Thank you so much.
That's all right.
I'm gonna put it up in my room.
I thought you would, and it's a BAFTA, so I was like,
that's really
I was like, I'm
cool.
not going to do present. I thought, what can I do? Obviously BAFTA. I mean, and so I like how BAFTA's in big writing as well.
Does this count as my 4th BAFTA?
Basically,
yes, yeah. So I will
have a whole award ceremony.
You present it to me.
There you go.
You'll do... No, it was the Oscars where they called the wrong one, wasn't it?
Oh,
La La Land.
La La Land, Moonlight. Yeah.
Moonlight. What a good film, though. La La Land. Did you see it?
I've tried watching it, and
I
love Emma Stone. Is it?
Yes.
Yeah, Emma Stone. I love her so much, and Ryan Gosling.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't. Do you know what? Maybe I'll come round here and we'll watch it or something. I just can't get into it. I switch off. I don't know what it is.
It's so cheesy and over the top.
Maybe that's what it is, and I don't like that.
But then the end made me cry both times I watched it.
My mum said the same thing. It is quite emotional, but...
Yeah. I don't cry at many films.
You know.
What was the last film you cried at?
I cry at a yogurt advert, Rhys.
Honestly, they are quite emotional.
Yeah, get it over. It's not for the weak-hearted. I'm telling you now, guys.
Yogurt is not for the weak-hearted.
Yeah, it's like a yogurt advert, and I'm like, oh, where they poured that. Honestly.
Stay away from the yogurt, old people.
Yo, last time I cried...
There's that t-shirt and merch. Stay away from the yogurt, you old people. Here we are. That's going on the carousel. You can look forward to that.
To the carousel, guys. I can't remember the last film I cried at. I quite everything. X Factor. Oh, that's not it. Britain's Got Talent auditions.
Well, I've interviewed a Golden Buzzer winner from Britain's Got Talent twice.
What's her name? Don't say
Lorraine Bowen, who I performed alongside. She performed and I assisted. But
I was gonna. You performed. She was the assistant.
Yes.
I
was on the stage. She was also there. Last film I cried at. Oh, I'll tell you what it was. It was A Star Is Born. Lady Gaga.
Oh my god! Do you know what? Probably same. I
Yeah.
can't remember the last film we cried at.
It was a very sad film.
Have you watched a film called A Man Called Otto?
Oh yes.
His life, the way he dies, it's right to my granddad. I was sobbing in the cinema.
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks, yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
not Tom
Hardy.
One of my
favourite.
But we'll talk about that later.
Let's not even get into that. That we will be talking about that. I should have wrote it on my cards. But that was a day.
That was an experience. Yeah. Star Was Born.
But yeah.
Okay.
Enjoy your BAFTA.
I will do.
BAFTA,
this is actually, I really love it.
Do your intro, Rhys. I'm just going to be like, 10 BAFTAs later. And he's still got all the other things to say. I'm a TV personality, aspiring model.
Just all round amazing person. Yeah. I could just list all those.
Yeah,
just get the list.
Yeah, just... I love it. And I did it in brown, because obviously a BAFTA is brown. I was going to do it in our colours.
Gold. But
right.
I've got 3.
Always believe
you did that earlier.
I
know. And then you just remembered. Gold. As if it's still happening.
Honestly, my brain. But I'm glad you like.
Yes, very nice. Thank you so much. I can't wait to try these sour pellets.
You can try them now if you want.
I'm going to do a live taste test.
Yeah,
Should we actually? Should we do it at the same time?
Also, guys, do you like the upgrade to the pod?
Yes.
I feel like a host today.
You okay?
Do you know what? I'm not going to lie. I feel like a bit like a Pete Wicks, because he wears a lot of denim on the pod.
He does.
And he's always the one with the iPad. I know. They started with paper cards. Now they've got the iPad, which we will get to the iPad one day.
Have you got an iPad?
My sister does.
I
want to get it wrapped into like our brand thing, because that would look really cool. But we're just using what we have.
We've got
gold.
We've got gold.
Right, I'm going to put it on this hand.
I was going to do the same.
Right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
They're quite nice.
It's a bit like
They remind me of something. What's that sweet?
Millions,
like really small versions.
Yeah.
They're a bit sour though.
And they're not as hard as I thought they were going to be like stones.
Yeah.
No, they're really nice. I wouldn't have tried that.
So everyone that comes tonight, they have to try a bit.
They have to have a bit.
Otherwise you can't come in. And Rhys is going to bounce
like
the
in
door.
clubs where they don't do it anymore, but they used to give you a shot when you came in.
Who?
Like clubs used to try and sell you to get in, and then you come in, you get a shot.
Yeah.
But here it's here, have some sour pellets.
In the bottom of your drink, you know?
Actually, that would taste nice in the drink, though.
That would, in a cocktail. Oh, I even
something with lemonade.
Vodka lemonade and that.
Yeah.
Would it melt into it though?
No, but have you seen?
No.
Okay. It's a great chat. We should do that again sometime.
I haven't seen, no.
So it's like a vodka bottle. People are saying if you put sweets in them, close the lid, put it in a dishwasher, because it's hot and melts the sweets. No. You can get flavoured
vodka.
You can make flavoured vodka.
Wow, why a dishwasher? Why not
Because I think it's because it's hot and it turns.
Yeah. Could you not just put vodka in a cup and put it in the microwave? What would happen?
You could, but you could only get that much.
Yeah, that's true.
Whereas if you put it in the dishwasher,
you should tell Nathan. I feel like that's something Nathan would try and experiment.
My friend used to do ice lollies. Used to melt ice lollies in.
Well, let's experiment. We'll do.
Yeah,
have you got a dishwasher?
Well, I don't have a dishwasher.
No, I don't either.
Washing machine, maybe.
Washing machine.
Live longer with Calgon. Is it Calgon?
Is it Cal got a play? I don't know. Anyway,
Gal Gadot's an actress.
Who?
Gal Gadot. She was Superwoman, wasn't she? Gal Gadot.
Oh, I don't know her name.
Oh, probably. I think it's Gal Gadot.
Don't give it the day job. Next segment.
Okay.
It's going to be favourite memories.
Oh, I really like this one. I liked when we did it. It's going to be a very short podcast.
Yeah.
No, I really liked when we did it for yours. It was nice to have some nice memories.
It's nice to think
back. Yeah.
I'm going to hurry up. I don't want my storage to go. Right. So I've got two.
Yeah.
Oh,
I meant the distress. Okay. Yeah. No, I am looking forward to it. It should be fun.
So I've got two for you because I couldn't think of one. Well, I thought of one and then I had to add the second one because I was like, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Roath Park Pride in 2023 when we went to Tesco.
Yes.
And we bought a bottle of wine each. We sat outside with a pint of wine.
A bottle?
Oh, yeah.
More pints in a bottle.
Yeah.
But that was with Joanna Bummy.
Joanna Bummy and Venus Flytrap.
Yes. Yeah, because I'd been there all day.
You had.
Selling cakes.
Yeah.
And was that the one where there was the weird storm? I'm not sure if that was that time.
No, it was
raining.
And
so I'd been there all day. Yes. And it started, we had this weird, like, storm.
Yeah.
And I had to, like, ours wasn't covered at a store we had. So I was looking around and saw a picnic table. So stole the parasol.
As you should.
And on my little stall, so I had this like massive picnic table-sized parasol with just me stood there holding it because there's nothing to put it in.
Imagine.
Pouring rain, but people still came to buy cakes.
Well, your
and I was just like,
amazing.
holding on with one hand, trying to be like,
card over, guys.
But yeah, no, that was really fun.
That was a really good night.
Yeah, because you came and because I'd been there all day, and then we met.
Because your mum went home. Mm-hmm. I feel like you might have. There was like a thing I was going to bring a bag and your mum was like, I'll bring the bag back with me because your mum was driving back.
Yes,
I didn't in the end. I just got an Uber.
Yeah.
So I was going to come early for the cakes, weren't I? But I didn't end up coming until later.
I also saw another friend of ours that day, Anna.
Yeah.
Anna. Took one of her residents.
Oh, did she? I didn't know Anna then, I don't think.
She was working around the corner and she just happened to take one of the residents into a Pride event and she was like, oh, Rhys.
Oh my God.
It was really, really lovely.
That's nice.
I don't know if we want to talk about, we did leave quite early from that.
We did. We also left our cups there, didn't we?
We did leave our cups. Oh yeah, because we bought plastic cups from Tesco's.
We literally went and bought. They were a little bit like half the size of this. I want to say.
Because we wanted to take them in, but we thought it was a bit weird.
It was a bit weird taking, so we sat outside and drank it. So Nathan, if you did come across those, Nathan and Wayne,
Wyburn and Wayne.
Wyburn and Wayne.
Yeah,
we want those.
But it was such a lovely venue. I do like it.
Was,
like that venue. Yeah. We're back soon. Oh well, I'm back soon judging for the Dells Derby final. It should be very good, and they're doing a very special raffle. So normally it goes towards kind of the running costs and split between performers, but this one is for a trans run charity.
That's lovely.
So Mama Jo is donating some cupcakes to give away as a prize. Nice. So that should be fun. And it's the final, and I'm judging. So it'll be really nice.
Hang on. He's judging.
I'm judging.
Didn't catch that.
I am judging.
On May the 16th.
May the 16th, yes.
In St Andrew's
me
in the Cardiff Theatre Cafe in St
Andrew's Church. It's me, Lana Del Rey, Venus Flytrap, and Ula Pearl.
What a name, Lana Del Rey.
So they're a burlesque performer. They're very good.
Wow, I love that name.
Yes.
But yeah, that's probably like my first, when I thought of memories, I was like, oh, I love that day. And it's like, we really got to know each other on
It was like the first time we went out,
alone.
Just us two, rather than it being a party.
Town, it was probably the first like event thing that we ever did with us, which was lovely. But then while I was thinking, I was like, starting the podcast is my all-time favourite memory of you, because we've become so much more close since doing the pod. We know little things about each other that we wouldn't have known, because we did meet in a club.
We did,
like you said previously on the other episodes, you do kind of like we met in a club, so we'd only ever see each other in a club. Yeah,
and that was the case for a little while.
That was the case, of course. And that's very normal. And that's not even like a thing that
we really only met each other on a night out kind of randomly. So there was a bit of a, not saying we weren't friends, but like we'll hang out.
Effort. Like I was coming here, we were doing like free drinks and stuff. We weren't like, we didn't know each other a lot as much as we know each other now this time last year.
But I was recently hang out with two of our friends, and that's sort of no drinking, no clubbing, no going out. And it was really nice just to like spend time with people and go
rather than just in a club where
you don't,
which we love, but like
you can't chat, you can't get to know each other. Like, don't get me wrong, they're two close friends, but just like nice to just hang out, just sit there. You know, we watched with one of them. I watched Modern Family. Yeah, they hadn't seen it.
Who was that?
Nathan. I went around Nathan's and we watched Modern Family, and it was just like nice. There was awkwardness, as in like silences.
Yeah, but that's when you can sit in a room with the person and it can be silence and it's not like uncomfortable. That's when you know you've really met someone like a true
good friends.
Yeah.
And then I also watched obviously WrestleMania with our friend Kane, friend of the pod. Gets mentioned every episode.
Constantly gives us a rundown of the episode, which we so highly appreciate. Love you, Kane.
We should start Kane reviews.
Kane reviews.
Kane should live react to the episodes.
Oh my god, Kane should come here and watch one live. That
just sit him in the audience.
Like, he's the VIP. Yeah, you're more than welcome. That would be so funny. But he has to have a mic and a camera on.
Yes,
he would butt in, and that would just be iconic.
But
yeah, they are my two favourite memories of you. And obviously just always film with the pod and like everything to do with the podcast. We just love it.
The thing with the pod though is we just have fun. It's not like we're not thinking of it as a career or we're going to make money or we're going to do XYZ. It's just like it's so us normal. Having fun.
We're literally like this in real life.
And just kind of chatting to hopefully entertain a few people.
Yeah. Right, so we've had my two favourite memories. Yes.
Okay.
And now we've just got literally a couple of memories from friends that wrote into the Instagram.
I think that's what I like about birthdays. You know when people wish you a happy birthday? I think I like this. Like, oh yeah, remember those? And we did that? Oh yeah. Oh no, I met those people. Yeah.
I was trying to kind of gag because you came up with all these segments and I just think, oh, it's so nice to know like how someone would describe me in a word or like roast me in a funny way, you know.
Or put a BAFTA on a...
Or put a BAFTA on a...
Or put
a picture frame, I don't know. It's a real
close
one.
enough.
Oh my god, they're all coming out now.
Oh, Colin's not here.
We are filming and Rhys's grandparents are feeding the birds around us.
We got pigeons we have called Colin and Peter. I don't know if they've got...
I thought you said pizza earlier.
No, Peter.
I literally went pizza to the pod.
No, Peter.
Right.
Peter's a nice one, Colin is not. Anyway.
So, the first one is getting stood up because the ticket wasn't free.
I knew this would come up.
So we're just going to do like a little 2-minute explain if you would like.
So I was invited, I was messaged on Instagram to see this movie. I won't name them because we've rebuilt bridges and we've chatted. And I did see the movie as an invited guest after.
Yeah.
But I was invited, I was messaged about this movie. So I was like, oh, cool. Yeah, no problem. It looked really good. I was really excited to see it.
Yeah.
So I asked my friend, do you want to come see this movie with me? And they were like, yeah. I was like, oh, well, I've been invited. So you'll have to book a ticket. And they were like, yeah, cool. So the day before I messaged and I said, oh, hi, I just want info on how to collect my tickets. And they were like, oh, you haven't booked you any tickets? And I was like, all right. Like my fault for assuming, you know. When they invited me...
An invitation is normally a ticket,
in my
opinion.
So they were like, oh, it's sold out, so we can't reserve your ticket. I was like, fine. I did go and see it after. Yeah. I think I met you in town. I left, definitely, Molly was out, and Kane and Liam were out.
Recently? More recently?
Yeah, recently-ish.
Yeah, I think I know what you're on about,
So I have seen it now. But then my friend was like, well, now I've got a ticket. And then I was obviously being really stubborn and like, no, I'm not going. I was invited and now I'm not. So I'm not going to see it. And they didn't see it either. So not technically...
You know who that is then?
Yes.
Yeah.
So they were not stood up or on their own.
I just live, but this is
because
so this person saying
never
it.
went.
Yeah, I'm not going to... We won't mention the names
of
people who said stuff, but because I don't know if they want to, but I know who exactly that is. It was so funny when I read it. I was like, I need to know the story of this.
But yeah,
that's interesting, and I kind of know what you're on about.
But I did see it. It was
how rude of
wonderful film.
What could you enjoy?
You may cut this out, but if you want to include it, I did a review of it, so we can tag that in the description.
Yeah. So the second one I have, well, it's not going to be lemonade.
So is a mutual friend of ours. And after a night out of enjoying beverages, our friend was like, "Oh, well, come stay at my house to kind of, relax and rest." So I did, and the next morning we were walking, and they live in the area of Cardiff Bay, and as we were walking,
who are you?
As we were walking, they've got a lovely little canal sort of thing that goes past their house.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, kind of, the sort of small talk of the morning after, and you're like, oh. So I was like, oh, look, it's a lovely canal. Isn't that nice? Like, yeah, cool.
Right.
So later in the walk, because it was it's a good 10 minutes, 15-minute walk, and I was like, oh my God, it's still water. Because the water isn't moving. And that's the retort was, well, it's not going to be lemonade.
Oh, it's so them.
What
it's so
is it?
them.
And I was just like, that is really funny.
Oh, that is iconic.
And it was just like...
Sorry, but that might have to go on merch.
I think we can ask the person because they could claim royalties. But it was quite possibly... one of those moments you have to go, what do you mean? Oh...
Yeah.
Right, yeah. And it just really tickled me. And it's one of my favourite things they've ever said.
To know what, when I saw it on there and I was like, I'm not even going to put the names next to these couple of things, but I knew you would know who
it was just
that.
so...
It's very them, very sarky, witty humour they have. And you know who you are.
And it was very, very funny.
Yeah.
And it was one of the first few times I met them.
Is it?
So it was...
Do you know, I don't remember meeting them.
Very early in the friendship.
Yeah.
So
that's a good first impression.
It was just...
I do love them. They are funny.
They are very funny. They're very, very funny.
So the last one.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you're going to want me to include this.
We cut that out.
Briefly move on to roasting you. Okay. This is my favourite section.
Yes.
Because for me, when you did it to me, it was hilarious. So we're going to start off strong. Do we need to?
Is that the roast? Yeah, do you know what?
Oh, you've got to laugh.
Yeah, I've got to make my own birthday about me.
Yeah.
Well, your birthday party about me.
Yeah, I know. How rude. Rhys reviews, ? More like Rhys Sky business.
Okay.
Because those opinions are a gamble. I trust a fortune cookie before risking my time on that.
Is that AI generated?
No!
Because it does sound very AI generated.
Not AI generated.
Is it not?
Yeah, it is.
I was going to say Sky business.
Yeah, I don't get that. It was like Rhys -KY. Hello. Can you see them?
Yeah.
Rhys reviews ? More like Rhys snoozes. Your critiques are so bland, even oatmeal is jealous.
Okay, AI.
Oh, AI. I think.
Yeah, okay, I like that.
Yeah, he's just going to say he likes them all.
I mean, it's as good as a computer can get.
Yeah. Rhys, the only thing more underwhelming than his personality is his haircut.
What's that AI?
We have to cut the AI.
Even the computer can see that.
Roasted you.
I have had it cut since I last filmed it.
The last one
okay.
is long. Now I've got to read a long bit of information. Rhys
Thanks for clarifying. Wait, is this AI?
Maybe not.
No, before you start, they've picked up my name. Is it not?
I typed it in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they picked up. You didn't know your name.
Well, they did it for when we did our
I know.
AI
I used the website
musicals.
you gave me.
Yes, the roasted AI one.
Rhys Payne.
Okay.
More like Rhys Lane. Because every time he opens his mouth, he just gets bodied by reality. Does he come with a filter for all that cringe?
Okay. Fine, I have had kids in school who are like, oh, your videos are really cringe. And I'm like, well,
but we love cringe,
that's,
and you like cringe.
That's kind of the point.
That means you're success.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You know, you're always going to have people who
but they're just light-hearted, funny jokes.
Yes, I'm going to now
guess which one I wrote, because I might have lied.
By Rhys Lane.
I might have lied and said they were
Well,
AI.
you're not Sky Business.
No.
You are not. Lane sounds too of a tedious link for you to pick up on.
Mm-hmm.
As in, like, I don't get the connection, so that's not you. The haircut one, might have been you.
Yeah,
fair.
For one.
But when we did the roast with Jolene Dover, lots of the queens had fairly good reads for me.
Did they?
Yeah, you should have asked them for.
I love a roast battle. I want to go to a live one.
We should do it. We should do an R&R the roast. A bit of R&R roast.
A bit of R and roast. God, we're not going to give up the day job.
No, I think we need to keep brainstorming ideas. No, go away, Colin.
But no, I'm glad you like the light-hearted jokes.
Go away, Colin.
Go away, Colin.
Idea,
Colin.
We should have a really angry pigeon, and then we should have "Go away, Colin" underneath it for the carousel.
For the merch.
For the merch.
Two more little segments, very similar.
Okay.
I just want to know, what is your dream birthday gift?
My dream birthday gift?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Other than my presents, obviously.
Dream birthday gift. Do you know what? I quite like, as we talked about before, the sort of sentimentality of things rather than the price or the grandeur of stuff.
Yeah.
So I quite like I quite like pictures and stuff. So I quite like that. I think I would want and we're going to call it out because my birthday's the end of the 31st and 31st of May.
Got plenty of time to
I would love a portrait by Nathan Wyburn, a friend of the pod, friend of ours. You know, he does those, you know, like he did the NHS nurses one.
Yeah. Would you want one of them?
I'd love it.
I would. I mean, I'd love one
he's
so
very talented.
Oh my god!
As we obviously mentioned him earlier.
Yeah.
But a talented artist in his own.
Wow. He was on British Got Talent, wasn't he? Like
yes.
over 10 years ago.
Yeah, because it's Simon Cowell with Marmite and Toast.
Wow.
Actually, that's before I met him. Before I knew who he was, I'd seen that video.
Oh really?
And never made the connection. But yeah, do you know what? If it was like endless money, endless, like. I know he's
if
super
someone
busy.
just said, like, you can have something for free for your birthday, what gift would you want?
It would be one of those, and I'd like it.
It's sentimental, that, isn't it?
I'd like photos.
That, like, make a picture of you?
Yeah, so, like, the NHS one, we did all the nurses, and there was a big nurse over the top. Just the same thing, but just, like, me. I'd quite like that.
Imagine a BAFTA, but in all pictures of you.
That would be quite cool.
That would be so cool. So that, but like...
But then I think I'd need to find a photo of me that I'd really like to be the overlaying photo.
Yes, yeah.
So something that was really significantly me or obviously me.
Maybe get pictures done.
Yeah.
No, that's a really beautiful present.
And I think it would mean... It'd be really nice, wouldn't it, Nathan? No, Nathan! I think also, because he is like a friend of ours, it adds another layer of sentimentality to it.
Well, you never know.
I mean, I'd love to. Yeah, I was going to say, I'd love to see how much he charges because
so would I actually.
They are insane,
and the time it takes. I'm sorry,
but they are beautiful pieces of it. Like he's worked with like Mariah Carey, oh my god, he's Tom Holland, Zendaya. Like they are.
He'll probably be doing Stevie Wonder now when he comes to Cardiff.
Yes, and he did the Royals as well.
Yeah,
like I'm, rightfully so. I imagine they cost a fair bit
because it's not. It's like obviously the time, the effort, but it's obviously from him, and he's got a name for himself.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, that would be. I think that would be.
That's a really good gift.
That would be. Yeah.
Cheers to Nathan. Get to work.
We could link him in. We could put him in the description.
100%. We're going to be swiftly moving on.
Okay.
To the next question. Rhys, is your mic on?
Yep.
What is your dream birthday? No expense. Someone comes up to you. Rhys, you can do anything you want to do. Doesn't have to cost you any money. It's free. What would you do?
I think my dream birthday would be... I think I like getting people together. I think that's...
You are very much
like
a good
getting
host.
Everyone together.
Yeah.
And like having a good time together.
Yeah.
Maybe I think actually it'd be a roast. I think that would be really fun.
Would you like to do a roast?
Yeah, having like the roast that Rhys reviews would be quite fun.
Like hire somewhere or do something somewhere.
Like kind of theatre cafe.
Yeah.
It'd be really fun.
Can you imagine?
But like having everyone in, like obviously the drag performers would be really good at roasting.
Yeah.
But like having like Mary down the street or like my mum,
Alison at the road.
Yeah, everyone getting involved.
Yeah.
Even if it's like one or two jokes.
Oh, let's do that.
I think that'd be really fun.
I think we should sort that out.
I think that'd be really good fun. Like but like having like a wide group of people.
Like not just people that like you maybe go on nights out with, but just get everyone involved.
Like everyone, family, friends. Yeah,
maybe next year for your birthday we'll have to sort something out.
That'd be really fun. Again, Nathan.
He's not asking for a lot.
I'm not asking for a lot.
Just one of your and to hire the theatre cafe, like not a lot.
Your priceless art and an event at your venue, but.
I think that's really good. You're like me as well. You're very sentimental when it comes to gifts.
And we've talked about how
materialistic.
Yeah, we've talked about like roasts and how they're more than just like you insulting someone; it's you seeing them and
it's like
picking up on a quirk.
You really have to know someone.
Yeah, to roast them funny and cleverly.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, that's in the works. We'll
sort something out.
We were saying about Rhys's mum roasting Rhys, and it'd be like. But you got you've got like a 20-minute slot, and it's like 4 hours later,
She
takes over the show. She does know you probably the most out of everyone.
That would make sense. But yeah.
And then Inan comes up.
But we have, obviously at the time of recording, the plan is to do a bottomless brunch for my birthday with you and like a few of my closest friends.
Yeah.
And you.
And Ruby.
And like my mum and her friends as well.
Yeah.
We're
gonna let live.
With our good friends hosting as well.
Yes.
And performing. So that should be really fun. So I think that'd be really fun.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a good night.
We will. We'll do like a little because it's my birthday night out tonight, isn't it? So we're gonna do a bit of a highlight reel on the pod Instagram, and then we'll do one for your birthday.
Yeah,
so
that'd be really nice.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because we're doing this in advance, so
we do. Yeah. A month in advance.
Yeah, so
he's doing it on my birthday night out. How rude.
That is true.
So that's everything for your birthday.
Okay.
Thank God. Now about me.
Oh gosh, I wondered how long it would take.
No. We're just gonna round up the episode with a quick question, like we do every episode. What have you been up to this week?
This week,
Yeah, get your phone
I was
out.
Gonna say I'm gonna have to check my calendar because it has been very busy this week.
As we always say, booked and blessed. We will get it on merch one day.
It's already taken.
I know.
So what have I done this week? Okay, we'll talk about that one in a minute. I went to see Swan Lake in the Millennium.
Nice. I did see you when we came.
Yes, again,
another mention. Oh my God, you may as well be a third host on this show.
Yeah, so I was a bit nervous about it because it was ballet.
Yeah,
and ballet's not normally something I'm really into, but the show was brilliant. It was very, very good.
It's one of I would love to see.
And I think it's such a staple. Mm-hmm. It's that is theatre.
It's like
if you ask anyone, they go Swan Lake.
The Nutcracker's another really good one. But if you want to see, if you're a ballet dancer.
That's what you're aiming for.
That is what you are aiming for. Have you saw the film Black Swan?
No, and I was thinking about that during the show, and I was confused between those two.
The two stories. Yeah, Black Swan's really good.
What's interesting is that we saw the Matthew Bourne version.
Oh right.
Of Swan Lake.
Yeah.
So all the swans are male.
No way.
So all the swans are male.
Well, I love that.
And so the story's kind of the prince's rigid ideas of masculinity.
Yeah.
And the sort of rules and expectations they have to follow and all that sorts of stuff. So him dancing with the swans was more like him being himself. Not necessarily in love with the swan, but that's embracing really that sort of side of him. That's what he has done. And there's a few changes to the story.
Yeah.
So when I was doing my review, I had to Google which version we saw. Mm-hmm. Well, I had to Google, make sure I knew the plot, and then I realised there was 3 or 4 different versions.
Yeah.
So no, it was really, really interesting, and the talent of the performers is amazing.
It's just,
and they all play 2 or 3 different characters.
Oh my gosh! But if you want to, because we will link your reviews page down below, and it will be on this. The most latest review you've done, isn't it? So
yes.
Yeah. What else did you get up to?
We went to see Drag Idol.
Nice.
We didn't. I went to see Drag Idol.
Yes, you did.
The first final heat, which was
was it not the final?
No, it was the first week.
Oh, okay. Because they do the winner every week.
So the winner every week in the wild card. Well, each judge gets a wild card, which was actually won by Carrie Sauce, friend of the pod, and Shay with a C, friend of the pod.
Yes.
So they are.
Carrie Sauce we might see tonight. Hopefully.
Yes.
And Shay, I think, is working, but I did see that. Shay did win it.
They did win.
Yeah.
It was just if that's the standard from week 1, I cannot wait to see what the rest of the
I've never been to them.
It was so good.
I can't believe it's back on again.
Amazing.
No, I will. I'll definitely. It's every week, right?
Every
Wednesday,
because
it's my last day in work.
For the next couple of weeks.
I'll have to see if I can get to one.
It was so good.
Are you going Wednesday coming?
I'm planning to, but I am back in work. So
okay, I'm off, so I'm free. So what day? Oh, it's the day after we go and see Thingy, isn't it?
Yes, Dear Evan Hansen. So we're going to see in the Millennium.
Rhys has invited me to Dear Evan Hansen. I can't even get over it. That is, I literally can't. It has been my dream since Ben Platt was in it. So and I will be singing. So I'm so sorry. I know you're there to review.
Do it. Don't.
Well, no, I can't see Dear Evan Hansen not singing. I'll just sing to myself. Yeah. And I will be up at the end waving through a window. Oh. It's not the song they end with.
No, that's
anyways,
not. At the end,
it's not me that's reviewing, it's you.
We actually went to see a show, didn't we? We went to see Chitty Chitty Bang Bang in the Wales Millennium Centre. Yes. We have a partnership, me and the Millennium Centre.
You do.
So they've invited me to lots of their shows.
That's the only reason I'm friends with Rhys.
So we went to see Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Yes. And you've never seen
No, I haven't seen the movie.
And I've seen the cult classic, which is Chitty Chitty Bang Bang is amazing. 1968 or something came out.
You're just guessing a random
year. No, it did come out in the 60s, I think.
Okay.
I think it is that old. Me.
Yes. You so also.
I went to the premiere.
You're there for the first reading. Yeah.
Honest opinion. Because
I didn't enjoy it as much as other musicals I've seen.
Yeah.
I think you go to see The Car Fly. Mm-hmm. The car flew, which was amazing.
It levitated.
It did, no, and it looked really, really good.
And the behind the scenes, the people that like made it happen.
And like the work, and it did look visually amazing.
Yeah,
I thought that I couldn't really remember the rest of the show.
Yeah, and that's just a preference. I think that's why you're good at what you do. Is you are a reviewer of the shows. You are there on like press, I guess. And you're there as an honest person who's
to tell you what I think, not what everyone should think.
It's not like you're like, oh, it's so bad, don't go to it. You're not
swayed
other people's opinions.
For me, it wasn't my favourite show that I've seen.
Yeah.
Although I thought there was some really good performances, like the two villains.
Oh, they were
so funny, even when they weren't like the focus of the show.
But for me, they were one of the ones where
I will always watch
stand up and clap because they were really funny.
They were so good, and like Aurea Duba, who played the dad,
that's his name.
Was very, very good, and I obviously saw him in the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah. And Charlie Brooks, who's in EastEnders, was the child catcher.
Yeah. I thought the child catcher would have been a bigger role. I thought, because I've not seen it, I thought it would have been a bigger role because it was obviously iconically played.
To be fair, in the film, when I think of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, I think of the child catcher.
Yeah.
And Sweeties, Children, and all that. Like, that's what I think of because I've watched the film 100 times and I've seen the musical when I was like 8 or 9 when I was young. And it, to me, watching Chitty Chitty is the child catcher.
But that's what I mean. That was the character I was looking forward to seeing.
Yeah.
Like the character that you.
And it was underwhelming.
But then that's not obviously not the performer's fault or the tour in production's fault. It's just the way the story is written. Yeah,
and it's like you're not going to love everything, you know.
And I think we did have an extra layer because obviously the child catcher was most recently played by the Vivian, who recently passed away.
Yeah, that was really sad.
I think the expectation was even higher.
And I'm sure Charlie understood that taking on that role from someone.
You know, I'm not saying there's anything bad. Charlie did a wonderful job, and like the performance was amazing when they were on stage. It was captivating. I just thought it was a bigger role, and like with the Vivian recently passing, and like that was the last role she did. I think there was an added layer of sort of expectation, which is, you know, no one's fault. But it wasn't my favourite.
Yeah, and that's fine. Like I loved it.
Yeah,
but I think I maybe understood it a bit more because I've watched the film and I've seen the production.
And I went in blind.
But even if you have seen the film and you watched the production before, it's okay to have, you know, it's okay to have your opinion on.
I've never
You appreciate the production, you appreciate the work that goes into it, the actors that are in it.
And the talent was amazing.
But it just didn't make you feel like excited, like maybe Swan Lake did. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that. And that's why people like you.
Preference. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying my opinion is the only opinion.
Yeah.
I'm just saying what I see and what I think.
Yeah.
So, talking about shows that we've seen to shows we haven't seen.
I know where we're
going. We recently planned to meet up and see a screening of a movie.
Yeah.
So
So I managed to get 3 tickets to Tom Hardy's new film Havoc. Because it was filmed in Cardiff.
Yes, it was all filmed across.
About 2-3 years ago down in Cardiff, like Bute Street.
Yes, there's places in Cardiff, I'm not sure where. But
so they thought, we're going to do a special screening in Cardiff, which, you know, the premiere and the screeners are normally in London, but they wanted to play a little bit of a, you know, we filmed
to do
in
where
Cardiff.
they filmed. Yeah, which is lovely. Which is really nice that they did that.
Managed to get 3 tickets. Well, before I got them, I told you. That'd be a really good, like,
day
out for us.
We could
do
really
a bit of filming, a day out, you know, we're going to do a day in the life kind of thing. And my mum's favourite actor is Tom Hardy, and she fancies it a little bit. So I was like, I have to get 3 tickets. And I managed to get them.
You reserved them.
Yeah. And all excited, you know, my mum was buzzing for a good week before, and then the day before we were really excited.
And I hope we don't mind you saying, but your mum doesn't go out a lot.
No,
she's not as sort of extroverted as we do, as we are, and going out as much as we do.
Yeah.
So this was an occasion.
It was a big deal, and just like even with like the physical pain, I mean, she's got like fibromyalgia and arthritis and stuff.
There's a lot.
Just to get out and sit on a bus for. Yeah. You know, where we live 30-35 minutes to central Cardiff.
50, an hour and a half. Depends on how the bus turns out.
It's a lot. So we obviously all arrived. We were all coming separately. So I met my mum, and then I met you shortly after.
Just getting the queue.
And they basically, long story short, said none of you are getting into the screening.
Like there was people behind us as well in the queue.
There was about, I want to say there's about 20 to 30 people there.
I would have said 25. Yeah.
I would say about that. And it was just well, for me, I was like, I can understand. I'm like, okay, fair enough. My mum, on the other hand, I think shed a tear. Because again, it's not just it's Tom Hardy and I'm missing out. It's so much mental effort for my mum to get out and physical as well.
See a show. And like she'd made the effort to get there.
And she was so excited. And she loves Tom Hardy. So Tom, if you're watching, please make it up to my mum.
As someone who's done premiere screenings as well, I was a little bit confused by the fact that you had reserved 3 tickets.
Yes.
And then we were still turned away. Don't get me wrong. If they had said, look, it's first come, first served, you get your tickets or you don't. Like no, but if that was the case, then I would go, right, okay, well, we were later. We turned at the time we were supposed that they said the doors opened. So yes. However, I would understand because we were later. Fine. But we had reserved 3 tickets. So you would think that they would only let people reserve the amount of tickets that were available.
Well, that's what I thought. And on the tickets, it said arrive at 4 p.m. Okay, so Mum, please arrive at 3:30 just so we're half an hour early. Yeah. Just because I know buses and, whatever, life. And so we all turned up at 3:30. And they said, so the reason you're not able to get in is because people were queuing since
8 o'clock in the morning.
8 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, oh my God, there was nothing like that. And it's like they kind of, in a way, treated us like we were meant to know that without actually understanding. If it's your first time getting tickets off this certain site, which we're not going to name. I'm not going to name, and it's not even us being. It's just a bit frustrating. That's all it is. We're humans.
It's not us attacking the company or the event.
No, of course not.
I personally think either there needs to be better communication of how the tickets work. Yeah. So it's either reserve your ticket or turn up on the door and see what happens. But that needs to be clear. Because we had reserved 3 tickets. And I know they were free. So
And they sent me an email saying out of thousands of people who've reserved tickets, we've managed to draw your name out of the draw.
Yeah,
so and then it's kind of like, okay, fair.
Okay, and like, don't get me wrong, if you would have said turn up at 8, your mum was like, yeah, I would have done it. And I would have done it if that was the case.
I would have probably turned up there, maybe with you, and I let my mum come later. But we had to be there since 8, and then they come out and go, oh, come back at 6 o'clock. You've definitely got tickets. I mean,
I think that's the issue: is the communication.
It was just a lack of communication, and that's not us hating on anything. It's just a preference.
And there was reasons why that would have happened or not happened. Like
we were even saying about hotels people might have booked, and it's just a lot of things can happen from that. Like you could have made someone spend so much on a hotel. Hotels are not cheap. Not have a ticket. And there was a lot of annoyed people in the crowd. Yes. I think.
And to be fair to the people who were with it, the ticket people. Yeah, they were very accommodating. They did. And they were very kind, and they were obviously facing the backlash of angry people. So
they knew. They probably always have to do.
No, that's what I mean. But like, I appreciate that it wasn't really realistically, it wasn't their choice. It would have been whoever's inside, or the company or whatever, and they have offered. Tickets to the next event.
Yeah, they scanned our tickets, and I had an email 2 days after
priority
the event
tickets to the next event.
Saying we definitely get a show of our choice. So if there's anything that we want to see, whether it's it was convenient in this sense because it was in Cardiff and that's where we live. But a lot of shows are in Manchester and London, and it's not just like let's go, because you have to be really short notice with tickets most of the times. But now we know we have priority tickets. I can go, oh my God! So when this show's on, let's definitely get tickets to that. And we can plan and but that's really nice. I'm glad they accommodated that.
To be fair, it was and like as we said, the people who were there dealing with the people,
it's not their fault.
I appreciate that they faced all they're doing is facing angry people. And I
and you would hate to be that person to go, guys, no, sorry, you're not getting it.
And they've obviously sorted out priority tickets.
It was just that it could have been a lot more organised and a lot more communication involved. That's all I say.
But like when we went to QI, that's the same idea, but it says on the email
you've definitely got tickets.
Well, because we had priority, they sent us some because you're traveling so far, but that was clear. They were like, this is where you go. This is the gate you go to because you are priority. This is the gate the general admissions go to, and they did turn people away. But I couldn't get my head around the fact that we'd reserved 3 tickets. Yeah,
it wasn't like we had general admission and we knew
just
there was
rocked
priority.
up and thought, we're going in. But we had reserved 3 tickets.
Yeah.
Hopefully, though, the next show we go see
will be plain sailing.
Sorts out all those issues.
100%. But yeah, that's all we have today
everything.
for happy birthday, Rhys.
Thank you.
A month after uploading this, but it is your birthday month. So,
it is. I deserve a whole month.
Yeah, you do. I mean, I kind of did. I had people wishing me happy birthday from the episode in time. I was like, it's not my birthday yet. And now I got it all tonight.
The wonderful Justin Drag.
I'm like, so many people, just one. just Justin Drag.
So that's all the time we have. Thank you so much for listening.
Yeah, it's been lush. Beautiful as always. If you want to be involved in the podcast, you can email us at a bit of R&R. No, you can't, because that's not our email. You can email us at a bit of rr@gmail.com. And be sure to check our socials. We do like bonus videos sometimes on our Instagram.
And our carousel that we've mentioned a few times.
Yes, be sure to look at that, which is a bit of R&R podcast. I'll pop them up on screen. But yeah, on to the next one.
Yeah.
Let's have a nice night out and get drunk tonight.
Yep.
Happy
Cheers.
birthday.
And bye.